The thing that gets you about this Gregorian calendar and Friday, Saturday, you argue about it, right? They'll argue how Friday, Saturday, but there was no Friday, Saturday back then. There was no Saturn that they got Saturday from. There was no days of the week like that before. Pope Gregory, look up the time period of Pope Gregory. That's when this Gregorian calendar came in. Hey, Hebrews that don't even speak Hebrew. That's how confusing and how lazy-minded this white man has got you. Even those that know that they Israel still can't let the niggerisms go that this white man has taught you to be. Well, but it's okay. We ain't gonna be bigger fish to fry. There's more faith-based things, weightier matters to look into than arguing over a Sabbath. It's better that you keep some Sabbath. You know? Give a chance to go back into that.
Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand.
And we shall be what? Given into his hand, right?
Yes.
He said that in the curses. We're going to be given unto a nation, a fierce nation, or something to that effect, right? Go ahead.
Until a time and times, and the dividing of time.
Yep, and when's the dividing of time? That Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning thereof. That's the dividing of time right there. It don't mean like time is gonna stop. You know, like space-time continuum hits pause. No, it's gonna continue, but the rulership is gonna change hands right there. Okay? It's gonna go from, it ain't the we got next. You ain't gotta push it like that. It's just simply, we're gonna take rulership.
When you think about it, we was under Esau during the Greek period, and then it segued into the Roman Empire for a time, and then Rome basically fell. You know, and then we came into power for a good period of time.
The Byzantine.
And then after that, then the Renaissance came, and we ended up right back under his hands, man.
You know, and then we gonna come with rulership again, and we were born right after it also. So don't think we ain't gonna take a hold of your heel, you know, on the way out of this thing. That's what we doing now. We're grabbing a hold of your heel right now, putting you in subjection, man. Start with this word. So by how? By calling you out on the deeds that you do, corrupting our people, corrupting the world at large. With shit like LGBT and all types of pedophilia and whatever else. Because pedophilia is, I think it's in that acronym of LGBT.
Yeah, P is in there.
Yeah, it's all in there. Pansexual and pedophilia.
The so-called Jews, they could legally do it because it's in their Talmud.
Yeah, sucking on baby.
You can have sex with a girl as long as she's under the age of 9. In their Talmud.
They ain't calling them rapists.
Right. They can legally do that, man.
Hey, y'all say that about this. They say that about GMS. How come you ain't talking about the white man doing that in his own Talmud? You same niggas don't say that about them.
Yeah, the so-called Jews, they read there's 2 Talmuds, right? There's the Egyptian Talmud and the Babylonian Talmud. And those, the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians were Hamites,
so-called
Ethiopians. The Egyptians, Mizraim was, you know, Mizraim, which is, you know,
Egyptians.
You know, Egyptians,
Hamites,
but
yeah.
those dark-skinned people that's down in the Sudan, they're Hamites, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Africans, as you would understand it today. Those are both Africans today, Babylonians. Okay?
And them Hamites, what were they known for? The depravity, man.
So like, I got to show this.
Debauchery.
Can you see
Yep,
it?
I got it good too.
See it?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It says lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, pedosexual. The real war we need to be worried about. These beasts are trying to get the rights to fondle children legally. They already have a terminology for it. Stay woke with pedosexual. Yeah. Crazy, man.
Hey, if you're gonna be vocal coming out against that, you need to be just as vocal against every other letter on that motherfucker, man.
Con.
You need to be against the L, the B, the G, the T, the Q. You need to be vocal against all that shit. It's all wickedness. It's all debauchery, man.
Be vocal against that rainbow being used incorrectly.
Yeah, man.
Get that in you had it because I think he was holding it too. Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah
Was
29.
there more in Daniel? That was it, right?
Yeah, because going back to the Daniel, it said he sought to change the laws.
Yep.
That's why the earth is defiled, because he changed the ordinances, man.
Yep.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and you took this book, the Bible in your hand. But look what you're doing while you got the holding the Bible up in your courts.
Yep.
While you're inaugurating your presidents. You're not doing nothing that the Bible tells you. All right, just creating laws to basically break every law in the scriptures. Okay, it's law for me to get circumcised, but you coming out and saying that's wrong.
It's
You know?
cosmetic.
It's cosmetic. All right, you tell the Bible says that when a woman is divorced, she's not to leave with money. But you got to pay alimony. You got to give her half of everything that you worked for.
And keeps the children.
And she gets to keep the children. Them is your seed.
Yeah.
This goes to show you who the son of perdition is. The mystery of iniquity, that man of sin being revealed. This white man, so-called white man, he's the son of perdition. Okay? He has the power to write these laws that goes against the Bible. That's how you know who he is, man. Okay? The scriptures tell you how you're supposed to put a homo to death. No, let's liberate him. And if you do anything against them, we gonna execute judgment on you. We gonna lock you up in the jail.
They consider that a hate crime, but being a homosexual is a hate against the Heavenly Father.
We mentioned that last camp. Really, the activities of homosexuals and lesbians is really acts of hatred. It's straight up hatred. Okay, it's actually harmful to you than beneficial. Only thing that you think you're getting good out of it is just the feeling. But outside of that, nothing else. It's causing more harm than good. It's defiling you spiritually and physically. And you wonder why you dying at alarming rates of STDs, man. All right?
They're calling it.
It's unclean, man.
They're calling it separately.
All
They're calling it gender affirming surgery. Like you get to affirm your gender with surgery.
The scriptures is against that.
Man.
All right, get Deuteronomy 23 real quick. Deuteronomy 23.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 1. And it reads, "He that is wounded in the stones, with your scrotum ball sack, or hath his privy member cut off, which is the penis, shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord."
We didn't want that around us. Get that out.
Get that out of here, man. But knowing how wicked our people are, and knowing how wicked, how he gets down, you of course in the last days you're gonna have nothing but that going on, man. And it even says that in Wisdom of Solomon about the changing of kind, which means the changing of your sex or your gender, man. You know, he's messing with the animals, he's doing the same thing with the animals.
Making the lions, homosexual lions and shit.
Yeah, or causing the lioness, they're growing manes and shit. You know? So you can't even differentiate between a lion and a lioness because of the wicked operations of this satanic man you call the so-called white man. All right? This man, he's the master of disaster, like the saying goes, man. You know? He devises of mischief, evil, wickedness, man.
Ace degenerate. As they say in Karate Kid. That's Esau.
Yeah, man.
I had an article. He was doing that script.
Where was he? Daniel 7. Yeah, that's
Where's that at, bro?
This is Christian news. It says judge rules Iowa cannot deny Medicaid coverage for gender dysphoria related surgeries. So it's cosmetic and it's not covered by your medical to have your circumcision, but it is to affirm your gender, or basically to change your gender.
Yeah, don't they give free sex changes in prison?
I think so.
I heard something like that.
I think I did hear something like that.
wickedness, man. So Esau, right when you're born, he give you the option to go against the law of the Most High.
Yeah.
From birth.
No, you don't need to cut that out. If you're an Israelite, you're supposed to have that done. But see, he allowed a lot of these women to make that decision. And what's funny was, my BM, when my son had to be done, I'm not going, you take it. I'm like, shit, I gotta go. I didn't even know that the law was like that, but I just knew it needed to be done. It happens like that sometimes, man. You know, you gotta be firm with the ways of the Most High, even though the ways of the world are against it. You know, that proves your faith. Anyway, let me go back to this, right? Real quick, I'm gonna read the top verse. Just going back. It says, Des Moines, Iowa. A state judge has ruled that the Iowa Department of Human Services, DHS, cannot exclude gender dysphoria-related operations from Medicaid coverage, right? So Medicaid will take care of that, but they won't take care of your son's, surgery, as far as circumcision. How wicked is this man to allow this shit to happen like this? To take that away, but to let that happen. Crazy, man. It says, look, this is why I want to read. It said, asserting that medical thinking and Iowa law has changed. It said thinking to change the laws, right?
Okay.
Iowa laws, medical thinking in Iowa law has changed. It said, and that the state regulation that prohibited coverage for such operations has not kept pace with law and medicine. So they changed the laws.
And Esau stayed doing that. He stayed changing laws, and he makes sure when he does that, it's beneficial to him just for that moment.
Yeah.
But then once it it's no longer in his favor, he'll just change the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. This man, he always done that. Even with the Greeks, they tried to change us. They wouldn't allow us to observe the law, statutes, commandments.
Right.
Yeah.
Turn us away from our law so we can start keeping his law.
Yeah.
You know. And
You know his law was wicked. You know. If you
Straight up
change it
wicked.
from the Most High, what do you need to change? If it's gonna be the same thing,
Yeah.
you would need to change it.
You got wicked dudes that consented to his ass, man.
Yeah.
Just so they can stay afloat within his society.
Yeah.
And you got wicked Israelite groups selling out, and they'll break down Romans 13 and say, hey, you gotta obey the laws of the land.
Yeah.
So you support this law right here?
Right.
Is this, you gonna support that? Because that's the law of the land now. Okay, LGBT, you gotta accept that. That's law.
So you gotta offer your children.
You know?
Send your children to school. If you take them to send them to public school, they can get fondled now. That's what it is. Hey, it's okay.
That's how you know Romans 13 ain't talking about that, man.
Right.
It's talking about don't try to set up revolutions.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's funny.
Don't try to set up a revolution that currently go after the white man, because the Lord is actually dealing with them in the power seat right now. It doesn't mean keep his ways though. All right.
I always got a movie on people. I'm not. Anyway, now I'm gonna bring it up. Star Wars, right? You couldn't fuck with the in Return of the Jedi. You couldn't fuck with the Death Star till the shield generator was down. Well, the Most High is like the shield generator, and Esau's the Death Star. You can't bring it down until that shield generator is over. Until the Most High takes that down. You can't destroy it. anyway, this says the outdated medical evidence. This is a quote. The outdated medical evidence that formed the basis for the adoption of the regulation does not permanently validate it. But you change it as petitioners prove the medical consensus, like the medical consensus now holds that sex reassignment surgery is sometimes medically necessary and addresses far more than just the psychological aspects of gender dysphoria. Because somebody can't live the way the Most High chose them, the gender that they chose them to be. I mean, they get to do whatever they want and change it up, and everybody else got to go along with it. It's crazy. It says, it is the standard of care for the treatment of the biological components of gender dysphoria. Therefore, the court does not find DHS argument persuasive. He wrote, yeah, right. Against it, saying now they're going to start to do it. And know what? The doctors want to do it too. You know why? Because they want the money of the surgery. This is how.
Physicians of no value, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Physicians of no value. Forgers of lies. Physicians of no value, man.
Yep.
This guy. It was hot.
They act like they're here to preserve mankind and make sure everything is all right and everybody's healthy and nice and happy. But really, this is all set up really for you to destroy yourself.
They're the witches and warlocks, man.
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein's, man.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
But Jake ain't crying out against this type of shit, man.
Right.
You ain't crying out. You know? That's why the Lord only gonna have mercy on his elect, man.
We got that out
You know?
there.
We crying out about this type of shit, man.
Right. Because he set a mark upon us. That's why we sigh and cry about all the abominations done in the midst of this place. And when you read on in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, around there, what is the angel gonna do? Those that have the mark don't touch, but everybody else though. Matter of fact, oh, sorry, get that? A little bit. Hold it right there. Read it from 4.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
It's important because that mark can't be set on you until you know that there's something wrong. That's part of being weaned from the milk. You gotta already know that there's something wrong with the society, and you can feel it, and you can feel there's an injustice, and you want something to be done about it. You're vexed with the conversation of the wicked because it vexes your righteous soul. All right? But,
Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads
that
of the
mark of exemption that gets us away from the judgments of the rest of the world. That gives us salvation, okay? To be saved and to be the forefathers, I don't know if it's forefathers, what's the word? I want to use the progenitors of the world to come.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, like Lot, he received that mark.
Yep.
That's why he saved Lot and killed off all them decrepit ass, depraved Hamites that was up in that town committing all that wickedness, man. The Lord had mercy on him and had the angel say, hey, get up out of here.
Yep.
All right, because he had that mark of exemption, man. I'm not gonna kill you. You're the only righteous one here. You know?
Matter of fact, take your family with you. Oh yeah.
But notice his woman was with the wickedness.
Yep.
And that's why she didn't make it.
Hey, I want to say this. That's why I love in 2 Timothy when it says, and your woman shall be saved in childbearing if she continue in faith and charity and holiness with all sobriety. Lot's wife didn't have that. She didn't meet the if to that. She turned back in wickedness. She didn't get saved. So the rules of the Most High ain't changed. You know, Esau tried to change the laws. The Most High still stayed stuck on what he said he was going to do. You got it, Al.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men, not women, that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah. Keep going.
And the others.
It's a lot. You're right. In the midst thereof, we look at all this wickedness going on. We got to sign crime, man. If you ain't signing crime about this, you with it. You should be signing crime aloud about all this, man. And then to hear, and like for a lot of us, like that's my nieces and nephews, they was like, damn, here he go on this damn soapbox. He up there going. And they was 8, 9, 10 years old, and I'm up there hitting them heavy with it. You know, from what I understood then. Then the word came to me and brought me into this thing, right? The Most High brought me into this word. I'm like, oh, it all makes sense now. So a lot of us already had it in us, right? And now we knew the angle of how it made sense. So that mark is then set upon you with it. But a lot of our people, that mark is not there. That sign and crown is not there because you down deep, or sometimes on the surface, is with it, man. You're with the wickedness of this world. You want to see just like Lot's wife, you want to see the wickedness continue on in this place forever.
Quick.
Okay, go ahead.
2 Ezra 15, verse 8.
Yep.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Which they profanely commit. Boldly, profanely. Profane is outside the temple, right? They go straight away from the right way to the wrong way, profanely commit in the Most High's face. Go ahead, bro.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold,
I ain't gonna let this shit continue forever. That they wickedly commit. I'm not gonna let them things just continue on forever. I'm gonna have to address it. The sins are reached up to heaven now. I can't. Nah. It's trying to corrupt my ways now. Where the people believe something different about me at this point. Go ahead, Ak.
and he's addressing it through us.
Yep.
Through all the prophets, man. Through the service of the prophets. And you people ain't trying to hear it. You ain't hearing the Lord address you. This is how you rather the Lord address you. Because after us, he's going to address you in a whole different fashion.
He's not going to meet you as a man.
All right.
We just men talking to you. You can fight us.
As soon as he shut our lips up and hide us, that's when you better be afraid, man. Because he's finna address you.
Yeah, his power is coming to
a whole different other way, man. And it's not gonna be pleasant, man.
Yep.
2 Ezra 15, Salakia, it says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
The spirits of the righteous that are up there in heaven continue, and the men down here of righteousness continually complain. We're always complaining. It was always in our spirit to complain.
Like Abel.
The blood of Abel crying up to the Most High. Always complaining to the Most High. You see this shit going on there? When you can do
crying
something
against Esau when it was Cain and Abel.
Yep.
We're crying against Esau now, man. Hey,
Do
man,
something.
he's killing us. He's defiling us. He's destroying us.
Destroying the earth.
He's destroying our inheritance, man.
Yep.
You know?
Look what he's doing.
And the Lord is hearing us, man. Those cries are entering into the Lord
The angels like
Sabaoth,
this.
man.
Oh, that's what you want to sit up there?
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, I need some help with this. Let's carry this up there. They going today. Sending them prayers up there to him, man.
And that's why it says this, next verse.
Uh-huh.
And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me.
I will surely avenge them. Like, not maybe. I will surely avenge them. There ain't no doubt to this right here. This right here, because it's faith, leaves no doubt. Faith is not supposed to have doubt in it. Okay? Surely avenge them. This is everything we hope and expect to happen. All right? We fully are persuaded and believe will happen. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, and all the innocent blood from among them.
And all the innocent blood from among them. We all signed and crying about this. For all the abominations done in the midst thereof, man. We're tired of this shit.
And you know what? When you read further down in this chapter, what is it start to go into? Because he said, I'm gonna avenge them. How is he gonna avenge us?
Well, you read down that chapter.
He's gonna bring those plagues, man.
Yep.
He's gonna bring the sword, famine, death, destruction, pestilence.
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna bring all that. Famine.
Woo.
He's gonna bring it all, man.
Yeah, like the brothers in Dallas say, it's gonna be the biggest I told you so in history, man.
Bro, I just tell somebody about I told you so moment. Wait till that I told you so moment comes, man. We gonna see. Now I just gonna see. Well, you keep talking bold like that. You gonna remember these words and you gonna be like, I didn't mean it. It's gonna be too late. Biggest I told you so moment ever.
Well, that's the first half of Wisdom of Solomon chapter. That's that I told you so. When they get that guilty conviction of their spirit, that guilty conscience, man, they start reasoning within themselves about how they doubted this and how they, thought our end to be without honor.
Same in Proverbs, the first chapter as well. At the end of that chapter, it's the same thing. When we mocking and laughing, meaning we get beamed up into safety, we watching your desolation, as the world wouldn't come upon you. So I told you so, Mom.
Yeah, watch your family that say you crazy and shit. Watch what they try to learn now. It's all hell breaks loose.
They're gonna try to take your ass to Starbucks and get you a latte or whatever and be like, yeah, so can you tell me this? Can you go into the Bible?
When the sky is flooded with chariots, right? When the sky is flooded with chariots,
they ready. They got their Bible, their apocrypha.
They're ready for all the precepts now.
They got notes.
They got highlighters and shit.
Yeah.
Asking for your forgiveness and shit.
Doors of mercy, close. Just because I'm standing don't mean the Most High gonna allow me to break that down for you.
Hey, I say that because I'm speaking from experience, bro. When I first came in, it was around the time when what they call it, Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah.
That whole thing was going on back then. 1% versus the 99%. There was so much rioting and protests going on. Greece was on fire. They was rioting. There was so much shit going on. The gas prices were shooting up. We were just coming down from a Great Depression. There was a lot going on. So Jake, they knew something was up. So my homeboys in the world, they was like, hey man, I see what's going on. And I know you've been saying stuff about this. Well, you need to expound more on that. They picked me up and shit. Like, I ain't heard from y'all niggas in a year or two. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, now y'all interested? But then everything, it would die down. They back doing what the fuck they, I don't hear from them niggas no more.
They weren't genuine, man.
No, man. But what does that prove to you, though? They get serious when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
It says that they shall seek me early in their affliction, man. It's only when Jake is catching it bad when they want to all of a sudden want to get serious, man.
That's that one. Where thy gods that thou hast made thee, call you upon them. What you were stable and rested in, we said, I ain't gonna. We're resting that philosophy there.
Right, because it's like this. The scripts, the words, the wisdom, the spirit of Yahweh Shai that's the only plan for us. Plan A. We ain't got no plan B. But when Jake was hitting you back up trying to get the answers, they was looking for a plan A.
You was the plan B.
Yeah, kind of.
You was the plan B.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is. My cousin literally told me, he said, yeah, this all could be wicked, this place could be destroyed and all that, but just in case, I'm gonna get this money. Just in case.
That's their God, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. That dollar bill is their God, man.
Just in case. What? All right.
You wonder why the scriptures tell you in was that the 5th chapter of Sirach? Basically,
I get it too many times, right?
5 and 7. This is Jake's problem, man.
We have.
They want to do their wickedness now, and they think that they can get it right before the Lord, bring that belt out, man.
Yep.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 5, verse 7, and it reads, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
That moment that you come in and asking questions, you shouldn't even look back after that. Now that you asking them questions because you're concerned about your soul and your salvation, you supposed to come into this, man. That was the Lord putting that in you because He was trying to call you. Them niggas don't realize that. The moment they tried to do that was the Lord trying to call them niggas.
Right.
But they didn't take that calling serious. And I was like, man, these niggas, they full of shit, man. I didn't even want to deal with them niggas after that. I was like, man, they full of shit, man. Don't call me, don't hit me up. I ain't gonna answer none of your questions, man. Go to finish college, finish school, you know, go get your job, you know, whatever the hell it is you was trying to do when we was cool in high school, that you have plans to do, go on and try to continue that. But guess what? At the end of all that shit, you gonna remember me, man. The Lord basically put a special dude in your life, man. Hey, if you think about it, Lord willing, if I'm of the elect, hey, the Lord put special people in your life for a reason.
Quick testimony. I literally told all my friends the same, and family the same thing.
We wasn't just your nephew. We wasn't just your homeboy, your friend.
I was your way to salvation.
Your nigga. We was a special person that you came across that you didn't know. You didn't recognize it, man.
You know, it ain't about me. I ain't shit.
We're just vessels.
Right.
We're just vessels.
But you have to say, like, yeah,
but you could have got
you knew it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Fuck us.
Right.
But the words of salvation, the precious jewels. This engrafted word, that's what's special. You could have got that. And the Lord put somebody in your house, in your life that actually that has it. You know?
And the fact that you didn't take advantage of it and take it seriously, your destruction, your death is gonna be way worse.
Sealed. That's sealed. You get sealed, man.
I got friends that would have followed me off a cliff into a pit of fire. Was the moment I told them about this, I don't know. Before, like 2 weeks before I came into this, they would have followed me literally over a cliff into fire. But as soon as I brought this out, and they was in the church, they were Christians. They ain't with it. Crazy, man, crazy.
Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
So like, I always like that part. And lo, it will come. That's the surety, right, that we were talking about before, right?
Yep.
And lo, it will come. Man, you always wonder, what if it don't? It ain't no what if, man. Just wait. Just wait.
Scripture say, here's the patience.
Yep.
Here's the patience and the faith.
Patience means what? The suffering?
Long suffering. Long enduring.
Yeah.
Done. That's what it means. So all y'all that's basically, because we've all been basically had to fight against family with the word. Every single brother in the truth has had some fight with some family member,
friend, or cousin,
about the word. I know man. Every brother has the same battle. Every brother has the same battle when it comes to that.
It could be your mom, it could be your brother, your cousin, your somebody, your pops, somebody. You went to arms with somebody you cared about. You went to arms with about this word, and they didn't receive it.
Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
You don't know. We were special people. We did have the Lord chose us to be special. You know, I'm saying it this way for a reason. And the people that I knew around me, they knew, all of them knew there's something different about this guy. I didn't know what it was. I didn't think there was nothing special about me. Like, but when I came into the truth, I knew this is what it was. Everybody saw. This is what it was. I knew I thought differently, but I realized this is what it was. Now my life completely has meaning. You know, now my existence makes sense to me, and I know what to do with my life now. I have a purpose now. And it was no better for all of us. This was like, this is it.
Your purpose was before the foundation.
Yep.
The Lord put your purpose within you before you was even created in flesh, man.
It was always saying shit like, you be the one to win the lottery. You don't even play, but you be the one to win. You know, I knew you was going. I knew something special. Only you. If I would have been in that car accident, you know, and removed by the jaws of life, I'd have died. But you still alive. Like, you know, all types of shit. Like miraculous things happened to us. People knew that we was something special about us. It was the Most High preserving us to come into this word. And to call out Esau and all the wickedness in the earth today, the sign crying to the Most High. Lord willing, we make it endure to the end and get salvation out of this.
Back in Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come.
Salakia, bro. Salakia, bro.
Put it off.
I tried to put it off. Literally. My cousin told me, hey, the Lord's calling you, man. Come hear the word. Put your headphones in. Come hear there was an elder back there. Come hear the apostles. Right? You know what? I'll be right back. I drove away to go get hamburgers, man. And almost got killed.
You got to go get some weed or something.
Yeah. And almost got killed.
I gotta go hit this bitch real quick.
I gotta go to work.
I'll check that later, man. I'll put that on my reminder.
Yep.
You know,
I said that.
I'll put that on my watch later list or whatever. I'd rather watch the game or you know.
Bro, I almost got killed. Not 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
I was in the street, cops, ambulances and shit. I'm standing there trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. And I had the choice. Well, as I said it was a choice, but I heard a voice tell me, live or die now. Literally. I remembered that. And I said live and move the car and it stop from killing me.
And that's that moment.
Yeah.
This moment
That's
right
the
here.
moment right there.
This is that moment, man. Choose ye this day
who you will serve.
Who you will serve, man.
Yeah.
The Lord placed before you life and death. You'd rather that you choose life. Go ahead, huh?
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. For you that put it off, you gonna perish in the day of vengeance. You gonna try to, what was the name, man? He told me I had it written down somewhere, and it ain't gonna matter. For real. Calling you to find out, hey, your phone blowing up, cut my phone off. If communication is even allowed in that day. Obama signed that shit away a long time ago too.
What's that shit called?
It was electricity and telecommunications and something, I forgot what it was. We got all that now.
EMP and knock all that stuff out too.
Yeah, exactly. EMP knock out all of that.
Yeah, he'll destroy you in your security, man. Right when you think you doing it big, you're comfortable, you living life, you living in the comfort of your home. You're enjoying your family, your friends. You know, you're running through these holes, whatever it is you doing, and then just out of a sudden, a strange calamity hits you. And you can't wonder why this shit just happening to you. You know, the Lord will fuck you up, man.
That's right.
Or he'll just kill you.
Yeah.
You won't be able to enjoy none of that shit that you was trying to pursue after you ignored the calling of the Lord. You know, he'll get you.
I was just gonna say, I have friends right now that's like kind of paying attention, but not really. And so I haven't completely cut them off because they kind of see. They're trying to see it, but it ain't clear to them, but they see some things. So I haven't completely cut them off. But when that moment comes, when you completely cut them off, that might be it for them.
Yeah.
They may not make it to a week.
Because we all know them people that we've told and they took it serious for like let's say 2 weeks, a month or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
they'll watch the videos just for like a few weeks or whatever.
Bro, hit you up, oh bro, man, I just seen the video you put out, bro. That makes so much sense. Call me so we can discuss it. Then a month later, them niggas back to smoking weed.
Let me tell you what happens. I figured out what happens. Somebody told me literally what happens to them. It's all, matter of fact, no, get the script on it. Somebody get Revelation 9.
Yeah, because during that time, the Lord gonna put a heavy spirit on his men to accept no mercy, man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be merciful on you in that time, man. You know?
You said Revelation.
Revelation 9. Talking about the bitterness.
Eat the whole.
Because
Revelation 10.
before hell start breaking loose, we gonna have a heavy spirit, man, of basically just being, rough, man.
You get the
non-merciful, man.
It's Revelation 10 and 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto
that's what they come to us saying. Because the word angel means messenger. So at times we are angels when we deliver these messages unto the people. All right? So they come to you, hey man, I seen that video, man, that was good, man, that was sweet, man. I love how y'all did that. They love it, right?
Or could could take it for something drastic that happened in their life, you know?
Yeah.
Where they almost get killed, the Lord really fuck them up. Then they want some answers, so then you give them to them, it's gonna keep going. As I continue on Revelation 10:9, give me the little book, and he said, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
The problem is when they first heard it, it was sweet. Ooh, in your mouth. Oh, this is good, man. I want to hear it. Break it down for me. Then you tell them the heavy responsibility and the chastisement you get from the Heavenly Father. You know, what it says in Sirach 2? It say, set thy heart, yeah, rap.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
The first line of that.
Ecclesiasticus 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
When you tell them this too. And when you come to serve the Lord, and this is the part that's bitter right here. You break down what the bitter is. Right? Go ahead.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Hey, you're gonna be tried and all kinds of shit gonna happen to you. You're gonna, it's gonna be hard. You gotta deal with it. But get your mind right, you'll be able to deal with it, and it'll make, it'll all line up well for you. Go ahead, bro.
Continue.
Yeah. Why don't you read that in the second verse?
Continue in Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 2:2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
No, 3, 4.
Cleave unto him and depart.
Make not haste in time of trouble. Because Jake always want to hurry up and get out of hot water.
Yeah.
This ain't a rush to get out of hot water, man. This is enduring it so you can learn and grow from it.
Sit there and boil it.
Yeah, man, you gotta live that. Go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
We'll read verse 2 again.
Set thy heart aright and constantly
when
endure.
When it says your heart, it's talking about your mind. From the Hebrew word lab, it's talking about your mind. That's the word for heart, okay? Get your mind right and constantly endure. Endure what? All the afflictions and tribulations and temptations and trouble that come upon you. That's the bitter part of this. That our people don't want to deal with. It's sweet in their mouth. Oh, you cussing the white man out. You know this information, this and that. Yeah, well, the bitter part is the studying we got to do. Studying to show ourselves approval to the Most High God.
Fight.
Yeah.
Well, that goes into the many people that's going to go in through the broad way.
Yeah.
Instead of going through the straight narrow way.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult going the narrow way. The broad way is way more comfortable and convenient for you.
Yeah.
Jake wants comforts. They want comfortability. They want everything to be smooth and easy for them, man. Yeah. That's not how it works. You don't treat that like that when you deal with your occupations or whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
You make sure, even if there's hardships that you have to go through to obtain it, you do that shit. You know. It's no different than coming into this. You know, it's gonna be bitter. It's gonna be hard. It ain't gonna be comfortable, man. Nothing's supposed to be comfortable for you, man.
Yeah. You can vex the wicked world. You're supposed to be righteous, so it should vex you. It should agitate you. Being around all this wickedness.
And don't forget, we're in the land of our captivity, man. We're in slavery, right? As a nation, under the so-called white man and these other nations.
Who was the last slave or captive that was comfortable? You tell me who that was, and I'll tell you that was not the truth. He wasn't really a captive, but that wasn't really captivity. Okay? You got it out.
It's 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Well, stay with the Most High. Pray, fast, whatever you got to do, but don't depart from this thing. If it's going to be bitter, but stick with it. You'll get used. Hey, when we first was we had that bitter herb, right? That horseradish fruit. We was like, oh, damn. Brothers crying like it was that bitter. Yeah. Now brothers just chew it up and a tear will well up, but they don't fall. They be like, man, I can take it now. You go eat, you putting it on your sandwiches and roast beef and shit. Like, brothers can deal with it a little bit. You know, it's still bitter, but brothers can deal with it a little bit more. Yeah, we're more seasoned. Our palates have changed to be able to deal with this type of thing. We don't only want sweetness like Jake wants.
You got to become desensitized to the bitterness, man.
Yep.
And when you eat the sweet and the bitter, it's like, all right, you know.
Yep. So and as sweet as this thing can be sometimes, we ain't seen sweet. It's gonna be sweet when we in a chariot, man. That's the sweet. That's when the balance to all this bitter that we endure, that's when the sweetness truly shows up.
Well, really, the sweet is in His word. There's us getting His wisdom. That's sweet, man. We was real happy and real joyful, man, when we first received this word. You know.
Finish that.
Continue in 3. Cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
What do you increase with? Patience, endurance, hope, faith. You increase with these things. Wisdom, experience. That was what I think. Experience. Charity. You now have experience to share with other men.
Humility.
So they can give them hope and faith, build their faith up to endure through things. The apostles do it for us all day. Okay? Important and integral to the process of this thing. Plus to try you, because that's why niggas don't show up. The same cousin that's just text me, the same cousin that said, just in case I'm gonna get money, me and the brother Kariel talked to him years ago when we first got this thing, and know what? He was like, all right, man, I'm ready. He had a weird ass Bible, wasn't KJV. He went on and went to work. He called us after work and was like, oh, hell no, I can't do this. The craziest, worst day I've ever had in my life. He was like, nah, man, it's supposed to be like that. Man, I can't deal with this every day. I'm not doing this. Me and my wife never argued. We argued today. She was down there ready to leave me. My son got suspended today. He just named out all, my manager was tripping. Everything, when the car broke down, he just named how everything was wrong. Well, that was to sift you out. Lord must not want you. So, or to prove if you had the endurance to have been bitter of this thing and you didn't have it. One more verse?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Wait, so all the bad shit, you gonna smile about it and enjoy it? Yeah, because you know that you're now a partaker of the sufferings of Yahushua, of our Lord. Okay? You enjoy it because you know that this is what it takes to get to the end of this thing, to get your salvation. All right?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
You have to be humble, man. You have to be brought low and changed to a lower state in this thing. That's bitter. A lot of niggas now don't want to go there and take the low. They don't want to lose women, jobs, houses, and whatever else, money. They don't want to go through that process. You know, but that's part of what this is. If it's something that could sift you out of His truth, the Most High gonna challenge you with it to see if you can do without it. If you're gonna call upon Him. I mean, brothers of the truth that been homeless and jobless, having to
losing
wife,
jobs,
women, wife, children, all types of shit taken from them, all kinds of fees and money that they got to deal with, but are still in it, and they doing okay now, sustaining themselves. But their faith and their belief in this thing is ever strengthened. You know, you can go back. That was it. You go back.
Yeah, if you can't take the bitter, you're one of those that you receive the seed by wayside.
Yep.
You couldn't handle not by the wayside, but I think on stony ground.
Yep.
You couldn't handle the pressure. You couldn't handle the tribulation.
When it said when tribulation rises because of the word,
by and by he is offended.
Yep. You hit a stumbling block. My cousin in particular, like I was saying, I had a bad day. So what was the thing that made you know? It was all of it. I couldn't deal with it. Like, from the moment I hung up with you, this bitch got on the bus fight me and started tripping, trying to fight everybody. Got on the bus and tried to fight everybody on the bus.